We're celebrating poets, and not just any poets. We're celebrating soul-filled poets today. They got it memorized. This is the truth being spoken from the heart, from the soul, and from the mind of people who have identified the problems. The words they use are the same words that all the rest of us use, but it's the composition. It's the way they put it together. It's the way they allow it to flow through them. These are messages from spirit, and it should affect us all.
Black lives don't matter. Black lives get shattered. Like dreams are being treated right. Like dreams are being treated like human beings with God-given rights. No human being should have to fight for the same respect that the next man expects and demands in this land of the free. No man should ever be strange fruit on familiar trees. Amen. No roots should ever be uprooted or have their entire existence polluted and fabricated, denied the opportunity to be educated, faced with daily unadulterated, hated, begs to question. Is black skin a curse or a blessing? Is there not cause for aggression after over 40 decades of over-aggressive, immoral oppression with no resting or easing, with no rhyme or reason, nothing but evil? Violent misers and tyrants inflicting violence on millions of people, terrified into silence, sick and tired of being quieted, retaliated with riots, race hate, resistance, labeled blatant defiance in a nation that has racial hate down to a science. No justice, no peace, even in alliance and allegiance, no grievance given credence from a peaceful people, subjugated and hated by callous, calculating evil heathens, hell-bent on believing in these great United States of America. Black lives don't matter. Black lives get shattered. Like dreams are being treated right. Like dreams are being treated like human beings. Thank you.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. The blues singer. He started out on an ocean trip, whaling in the night, shackled to a sailing ship on a voyage full of fright. Next, he sang of Cotton, king of all the South. But when his life grew rotten, the blues came out his mouth. Then he sang of liberation. Thank God I'm free at last. But soon he found that segregation wasn't much different than the past. His new song told of equality, amendments. Our day has come. But living 3/5 of what you're supposed to be will never make you number one. He wailed and moaned all alone and made a brand new song. He grabbed a guitar, hitched his ride on a freight car, and made Chicago his home. He belted the blues to the hip and to the confused, sitting under an ivory moon. Sang it till he was hoarse, played till his fingers were coarse, from January through June. He picked up a nickel, picked up a dime, then a quarter or two, thought he was rich. So he decided to ditch the songs he had been singing so true. Now, in order to cross the social border, he tightened up his musical game. He changed his reflection, though not his complexion, and took Nobody Knows as his brand new name. He pressed his old clothes, threw off his old woes, and French fried his nappy black hair. Talked real smart and sang like a lark. But the blues kept coming out his mouth. He tried to charade the new music he made, but the blues wouldn't subside. When he looked in his eyes, he saw nothing but lies, and he couldn't set it aside. The blues kept coming out his mouth. Every other line. The more he strived, the more he really jived. Soon, he had no changes in his mind. So he kept the name, but he changed his game, came back home to the blues, looked deep into his soul, and discovered there was gold. Be real in everything you choose. Now, others heard him sing and tried to sing along. You know who I'm talking about. Fascinated by his rhythm, they tried to steal his song. But the blues is quite intangible. Try to grab it, if you will. There are those who think they have it, but they ain't paid the bill. Because the blues is about families torn apart. About hell no, you can't eat in here. About calling you a boy when your age is 82. And telling you to ignore all the nasty things we do to you. The tears you cry in your heart of hearts that no one ever sees. When they tell you you're not a part if you try to take a knee. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That's how the blues singers sing it. When will we be truly free? When will our efforts bring it? That's the question in our song. That's why they sing it wrong. However, here he stands, singing songs of what his life is all about. Because he ain't singing fiction when the blues comes out his mouth.
There his mother was, just yesterday, smiling the way mothers do, the way black mothers do when they have lost a child. When their son has been gunned down, teeth meeting each other in clenching pain, no room to let the air in, no time to breathe, eyes wide, as if she could form pools. She looked like a mother, confused. How could he die? Safe places aren't really safe, a harsh reality to face. She'll go on with the business of it, deal with being overtouched, exhausted from conversation and wonder and the emotions of others. She will smile, a gut-wrenching, heartbreaking, soul-shattering smile. Then there's tomorrow. After a restless night, she'll do it all over again. Smile, the way mothers do, the way black mothers do when they have lost a child. Black boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? His heart was bleeding. He pressed his face against the pane of glass that separated us, and I watched as his heart bled. Black male, 5'11", black hair cut into an afro, brown eyes, 150 pounds, earring in his left ear. Black male, 6'2", black hair, brown eyes, tattoo of his mother's name on his upper right arm, last seen wearing a gray hoodie. Black male, black hair, brown eyes, scar on his forehead above his right eyebrow, last seen at Bell's Market wearing sunrise Chuka Timbs and a t-shirt that read, "Rest in peace, Jalil and Kim." He would be the number one suspect. He'd be the perfect subject for them to use as a project to show you how the law serves and protects black boys. Black boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? His heart was bleeding as he looked past the pane of glass that separated us. Black male, green eyes, light brown skin, maybe mixed with Indian. Carries a football in his right hand, says he's gonna be a star someday, get paid, get laid, and someday have a maid. Last seen running Doolittle's field, getting ready for football, says it's gonna be treason for his opponents this season. Black male, 175 pounds, junior in high school. Last seen playing basketball on the outside courts by J&J, says one day he's gonna be rich, buy his mama house, play for the NBA, and pay his own way. He wants a Maybach Benz and school all his friends. Black male, brown eyes, cornrows is his hairstyle. Says he's going to be a rapper one day. Last seen in the school parking lot battling the coldest you ever seen. Says he's going to be the next Pop, Biggie, Jay-Z, one of the hottest MCs. He would be the number one suspect. He'd be the perfect subject for them to use as a project to show you how the law serves and protects black boys. Black boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? His heart was bleeding as he undressed and exposed the bruises on his chest. He pressed his hand against the pane of glass that divided us, and I watched as his soul bled. I was confused and misled. It was my baby's names in the papers that I read. Andre Burgess, 17 years old, last seen walking past a unmarked police car. He wouldn't walk too far, killed because of his candy bar. William J. Whitfield, last seen in the grocery store trying to buy a meal. He was hungry for real, but his keys he didn't conceal. He just didn't feel that they were such a big deal. Amadou Diallo, last seen standing in front of his apartment in the Bronx, was going to be a world-renowned photographer one day. Before pulling out his wallet he would pay, shot 41 times. That's the price for being black ice. His heart was bleeding as he took his fist and opened up the pane of glass that stood between us. He climbed into my lap, then he wrapped his mouth around my head, and then he said, somebody should have done something. Every father should have shouted, every mother should have cried, every grandmother on her knees pleading, every tree should have fallen, every ocean should have erupted, every star should be dim, every child should be sleeping, and the world should have stopped spinning. Every lion should be roaring, every flight of jets soaring, every prayer should be reaching, every car screeching, the river should have stopped flowing, leaves should have stopped growing, fire should be burning, and the wrath of God should be showing. Gamish, Donovan, Parkinson, Jones, and Mumia, this place should be set on its ear. Tear this motherfucker up. The time is near. The coast is clear. Can y'all hear me in here? His heart was bleeding, and I watched as his soul let go. Watched the prison walls swallow him whole. See, he was the number one suspect. He'd be the perfect subject for them to use as a project to show you how the law serves and protects. Bell, Martin, Garner, Castillo, Brown, Hamilton, Crawford, Ford, Rice, Crutcher, Gray, McDade, Graham, Floyd. This poem dates itself because the list just keeps getting longer. Black boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? 'Cause they keep coming for you. Thank you.
Greetings, folks. It's been a long time, coming, but we're right on time. I'm digging this situation that's going down right here. So we'll do this one. All the pain you can eat, all the misery you can stomach. The timer has been run out, but the meter keep on running. Ain't that something? Youngins killing youngins, mostly over nothing. Poisonous, fruity flavored drinks sold for mass consumption. Morality malfunction. The Underground Railroad is in need of a unity junction. The popos, they chase me like that song from Confunction. They're gluttonous pigs with an appetite for destruction. Allow me to put you up on something just in case that you don't already know. We've been watching you from the minute you stepped in the door and came to the stop. Paul Blart, he's been drinking milk and doing Tybo. If you call the officials to the game, you're gonna die, bro. Cause see, Barney Fife the made sheriff, and he go to them Klan meetings. What they call routine stops, niggas know them as planned beatings, leaving them broken and battered, bruised, bloody, and bleeding. Hey, brother, where you going? Why you leaving? I wish I was an alien. I don't really like it here. I wish I could get in a spaceship and fly the hell on out of here, somewhere where they like me there, because police, they don't like me here. Seems like my brothers are disappearing every year, so I'm gone. Shout out to Juneteenth.
So in the spirit of the Poets' Corner and the Peanut Gallery, from time to time somebody will come up with a list poem. So I got a list poem. A list of when Black Lives Matter, touchdowns, buzzer beaters, music, fighting of any kind for no reason, ratchet TV, free labor, primary target during election season, loud yelling and jokes telling, no class wrapped in high fashion, and last but not least, Black Lives Matter right after police target practice. Thank y'all very much.
Say her name. And say it loud. Say it like it means something to you. Say her name as if she was your loved one. Say her name even when you do not know all the facts to the rape case. Say her name even when the video footage has not been released. Say her name even if the DNA results are inconclusive. I know that that was your favorite TV show, but I still need you to say her name. And I want you to say her name loud and say it like it means something to you. Say her name with conviction. Sing it like you do the rap songs when they call us bitches and hoes. Say her name with passion, the same passion you do when you call us for some pussy in the middle of the night. Say her name with authority, the same authority you do when you call us angry black women. Say her name and say it loud. And say it like it means something to you. I want you to defend her more than you defend LeBron James. I want you to ride with black women like you ride for the Dallas Cowboys. I need you to defend me the same way that Christians defended Creflo Dollar and Eddie Long with no fucking questions asked. I need you to protect me the same way that you protect the password on your cell phone. Can you say our names? Can you say it loud? And can you say it like it means something to you? Can you just love black women? Can you forgive her? I know that black women are not perfect, but I'm just asking you, can you value us more than you value a Facebook post? Can you like us more than you like the rims on your car? Can you praise black women more than you praise Michael Jordan? Can you just caress us in your bosom and let us know that it will be okay? Can you like a black woman like you like your auntie's favorite potato salad? Can you just believe her like you would believe one of your sisters? Can you say her name and say it loud and say it like it means something to you? Can you think of black women as your mother, the same kind of woman that birthed you out of her black ass womb? Can you say her name and can you say it loud and can you say it like it means something? Can you justify my value the way you justify your relationships with white women? Can you debate my worth the same way you debate the topics in the barbershops? Can you argue with me the way you argue that who is the best, Pac or Biggie? Can you fill me up like black people fill up a mega church? Can you say my name and can you say it loud and can you say it like it means something to you? Say it even when she was in his hotel room after midnight. Say her name even if he was your friend. Say it even if her skirts are too short. Say it even if she got a big ass mouth. She is more than pussy, and we are more than late night booty calls, and we are more than what hip hop portrays us to be, and we are deeper than throats on a porno. I am more than your baby mama on the first of the month. We are more than injections in our asses and glasses of Patron shots. We are more than WIC coupons and Section 8 and large tax income tax checks. We are more than large income tax checks. I am more than my hair. We are more than what's trending on Twitter. We are not bitter. We are not angry. We are goddesses. We are Mayat. We are Isis. We are Setmek, and I'm Queen motherfucking Nefertiti. I am a woman. I am a god, and I am giver of life. I am a black woman. And can you say my name? And can you say it loud? And can you say it like it means something to you? Can you preserve the dignity of black women like she was a delicate flower? Can you handle black women like we're a newborn baby? Can you just believe us? Can you trust in me? Can you stand with us even when your male ego cannot understand? Say her name and say it loud and say it like it means something to you. Know that I look like you. Know that you came from someone who looks like me. Black man, I am tired of explaining to you why it is offensive. I am weary of the derogatory statements, and we matter. It was her that was raped on those plantations. It was her who was behind him when Martin died. It is us who preserved the legacy of Mandela. It was she who stood up when Martin fell. Say her name and say it loud and say it like it means something to you. Breonna Taylor. Sarah Bartman. Marion Carey. Sandra Bland. Natasha McKinney. Renisha McBride. Tanisha Anderson. Rekia Board. Maya Hall. Melissa Williams. Say our names. Say it loud. And say it like we mean something to you. Ashe.
You no longer have the luxury of remaining ignorant in the information age. Goddamn me, family quietly accepting self-hatred and social persecution from the discomfort of your own home will be no longer tolerated, promoted, or ignored. Therefore, we are silent no longer. So getting all the way turned up is burned out, no doubt, because it turns out that turning up won't change nothing about our current situation. Know what I'm talking about? Because it turns out when it's our turn to turn the table, we fail to turn out, and that's precisely why things haven't turned around for the black collective. Know what I'm talking about? Message, no lie, on my life, we identify more with the city or street and a sports franchise than we do each other, my brother. So I guess that's why black lives will never matter in a world built on the systematic subjugation of colored folks only, homie, and the problematic preservation of white supremacy and privilege. That is, if you, like I, find your black ass on the darker side of the color line, the revolution will not be televised.
Idea, rain to rain. Let the heavens open and present us with a downpour of tools to fight the new oppression. Let the drops soon saturate us enough that we seek the umbrella of knowledge widely available with just a keystroke. Let us step through or across puddles of indecision on our way to fight a different kind of war as we grab a hold of the reins of a new power. It's time for the sprinkles to become a thunderstorm. It is time for more of us to present lightning power. It is time for us to reign in the middle of chaos. So let the heavens open and present us with a downpour of tools to fight the new oppression, because ignorance is a tool of oppression. Rain to rain.
into the ears of many, too many. Prophets of confusion speak in speculation. They pretend to understand the coming of the end. They try and mend fences they cannot mend, and in such falsely explain the resurgence of soul children. They speak to us about the kings and queens we once were. So true. But how true? Half true. I welcome you now to concrete, asphalt if you will, the realm of New World warriors where blood does spill. Oh yes, we were stripped and forced to forget, but the soul remembers. Not only kings and queens, but warriors proud. Welcome to concrete, and remember, a warrior soul never dies. It hollers in the jungle to be heard above lies. It sings in rhythms, it chants and bellows and screams on concrete in savage echoes. With a new awareness comes a remarkable rebirth. Physical poets give remembrance to war chants, and young warriors are restless. Warriors unled, misguided, but willing. Unaware of a destiny they are already fulfilling. Welcome to concrete, and see our women, stone flowers, the oldest of motivations in a new world of power. See her today as she struts through asphalt gardens, poor weeds of envy. They try and imitate, constantly tasting what they profess to hate. Welcome to concrete, and remember that she too once ruled. The tigress is real, do not be fooled. Why concrete trembles at her touch. And finally, welcome to concrete, from where a leader shall rise, one gifted in the ways of understanding, one from his people demanding, a true prophet to fulfill prophecy. Hold fast, bear down, and remember, a new world awaits us.
Black gold. Too many labels on my head. Too many media lies being led. Too many ratchet stereotypes being fed. Mouth popping, weave wearing, neck rolling heads. Too many hooded innocents dead. Too many harsh things being said. Too much pride to hide. All the times I cried feeling dead inside. Too many times I tried to hide the real me. Too many times I couldn't feel me. Not enough clothing to conceal me from angry Facebook posts, mean quotes, careless notes, and showboats of power. Too many minutes of an hour wasted. Too many sour feelings I've tasted. I'm shaken facing this world today. Tomorrow there's too much sorrow, too many ancestors' backs with scars that didn't make it this far, who fought for our redirection of thought just to change your mind state. And there's still too much hate, too many sit-ins and not enough justice. And what is this? Is it social media that makes you greedier and greedier for someone to see you, enviously want to be you, and jealously take all the credit for themselves? This can't be wealth. This can't be what we want for ourselves. There are too many times I've knelt on bruised knees with unanswered prayers and constant stares of disapproval, removal of my heart. My soul feels cold. There's too many times I forgot I am black gold. I am black gold. I am black gold with a diamond soul. I guess I'm too bright for your eyes to behold. I guess I'm too big for you to fold into a note, a quote, a hashtag, or a vote so men can pull up their pants and put on suits. There are too many of me's for you bad cops to shoot. I got too much wealth for you to loot, so you can't steal me. You can't be the real me, and some of you can't even feel me. All the me I can be, I can heal me. All the me I can be, I can shield me from this world of disapproval, removal of empathy, rewarded jealousy, revelry, and hate, and distorted understanding of fate. So yeah, I shake, I dance, I hip hop up and romance a song where I belong. I don my own crown. I sing, dance, and poetry my blessings down. I take a look around, and you are black gold. 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 And we are all black gold with diamond souls. So let's shine, baby, and let's glow. Let's shine and glow. Shine and glow.
Black people are so creative and cultivative. We've creatively cultivated hate and made it a culture vultures immolated, still in the systematic process of eliminating the original culture creators, black people. They really hate us. They only tolerate us as athletes and waiters, entertainers, or maids. They still consider us lazy niggas, jigaboos, and spades. They still wish these were the good old days, back when they played eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a nigga by his toe. If he holler, let's all go, hanging from the highest tree, so this whole hateful society can see, oh, how they wish it could be. Back the way it was, when they could just beat us and leave us laying in a pool of blood. But we're the criminals, fools, and thugs when we react to violence with violence. See, we're supposed to let them hate us out loud and love it all in silence. The sound of the sirens is the sound of the true blue tyrants and crooks, whites with red necks. Turn your brown eyes and look right in front of your black face. They're systematically extracting your black race, one black church at a time. Millions of black lives dying, testifying, calling white Jesus on the main line. 500 years staying blind got us living in fear of seeing clear with a changed mind, which is the only way to effectively change times, which for the good of all people. And no, we're not all equal, but we're all people, and all people deserve equal treatment under the law, which is stated in the United States Constitution, especially considering African Americans' considerable contribution to America's great state of prosperity. Centuries of labor with no salary, not to mention a pension. Retirement meant fatal beatings and lynching with the intention of cementing fear into the hearts and minds of their human livestock. Legions of Africans dying watching time stop while still living. Dead inside, outside, still feeling the lashes of the whip from the slave ship to the plantation, living, feeling like eternal damnation, adapting to a slave master's religion for salvation. Maybe love's not enough, but it's just too much damn hate in this corrupt damn nation of multiple races, a myriad of hues and unique faces, fascinating unique places. You being racist has no basis, makes no sense, and there's no good defense against blatant ignorance yet. It can't afford to be ignored. Whether we like it or not, we are at war, facing an enemy that's not going to stop until their mission's complete, which is, as we speak, being executed with precision while we're sitting in our mental prisons, living the lifestyle. 14-year-old black girls is getting slammed to the ground. Mike Brown getting shot down. Eric Garner getting his back broke. Freddie Gray getting his back broke. And that's just a few of the black folk murdered and brutalized by white cops. And this madness has got to stop and stop now. And if that means me kill or be killed, fighting for my right to my life, my mind and my body is prepared for battle, and my heart is dying to fight the process of black extermination.
My honest impression would be it's very like warm felt. Like when people come, they feel that they're at home, and they always enjoy themselves.
Well, I must say that being involved with media on radio station KCEP, and also being the owner of the Las Vegas Sentinel Voice, Nevada's only black weekly publication in the state of Nevada, it had an opportunity to do some interviews. And
feel the love, excuse me, amongst all the participants there, and they always have a good time, enjoy themselves at all times, even when a small group or even a large group.
And that was one of the first times that I would say that I stepped into it, because when I found out that there was a venue that gave an opportunity for people to speak within and on the West Side, that inspired me to come more often and to be a part of it as much as I could, as well as promote it as much as I could.
Like different poets' corners, but it was never like the West Las Vegas Art Center's Poets Corner. And I have been blessed to be able to get to know so many gifted and talented individuals that I would have never been able to get to know otherwise.
Because it's a struggle, and it's a struggle that we must admit to, but at the same time, we must not bow down to. So when we find a way to do something different and an opportunity for different media aspects and roles that we can do this, we must achieve it. And that's something I try to do and inspire my sons to get involved. And as you might know or can remember, Isaac Sawyer, he was one of the individuals that was a participant within the program and within the West Las Vegas Art Center. And it's the mecca of the West Side.